Researchers have recently focused on a promising direction in the search for stronger and more efficient electric vehicle EV batteries. Oxygen holes. These microscopic characteristics within battery materials have shown the ability to unlock greater performance levels in EV batteries. We could be on the verge of a revolutionary development in the field of electric transportation by exploring the importance of these oxygen holes. A major development in the search for high-energy density lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles and grid-scale storage has been made by researchers from the University of Cambridge and Birmingham. By increasing the amount of nickel in these batteries, energy density can be considerably increased. The structural instability of such materials and the loss of oxygen atoms, which results in battery deterioration and failure, have, however, limited their practical applicability. The team's work concentrated on oxygen holes, or situations in which oxygen ions lose electrons, in nickel-rich battery materials. They found that these oxygen holes play a crucial role in degradation by speeding up oxygen release and causing further harm to the battery's cathode. These study results, which were published in the journal Joule, provide important new understandings of this phenomenon. The researchers detected intriguing changes in the oxygen content of the material during the charging process by employing cutting-edge computational techniques on potent UK regional supercomputers. The nickel charge, however, remained largely unaltered at the same time. This groundbreaking discovery may open the door for nickel-rich cathodes that are more resilient and effective, advancing our understanding of new battery technologies for a sustainable future. The researchers' co-leader, Professor Andrew J. Morris of the University of Birmingham, stated, "We found that the charge of the nickel ions remains around +2, regardless of whether it is in its charged or discharged form. The oxygen's charge fluctuates from -1.5 to around -1 at the same moment." It's odd to see this. The traditional approach assumes that the oxygen stays at -2 throughout charging. These modifications demonstrate that the oxygen is not particularly stable, and we have identified a route for it to escape the nickel-rich cathode. The comparison of the researchers' calculations with the experimental data was successful in supporting their conclusions. They suggested a mechanism in which oxygen radicals combine to form an ion called a peroxide, which then changes into oxygen gas and causes material voids. Energy is released during this process, and highly reactive singlet oxygen is created. Researchers suggest incorporating substances that direct electrochemical processes on the surface of the battery material away from oxygen and toward transition metals in order to increase battery stability and longevity. This discovery may pave the way for lithium-ion batteries, which have struggled with cathode material stability issues that have a negative impact on overall performance and lifespan, to be used in more effective and dependable energy storage systems. The Faraday Institution, which runs the UK's flagship battery research initiative, provided funding for the study. In the quest for better performing EV batteries, the study on oxygen holes in nickel-rich battery materials is a big step forward. Researchers can try to create nickel-rich cathodes that are more resilient and effective by comprehending the underlying mechanism of oxygen loss and its effect on battery deterioration. The Faraday Institution is helping to fund some of this research, which has the potential to improve lithium-ion battery performance in terms of energy density and stability, creating new opportunities for grid-scale energy storage systems and electric vehicles in the future. The future of batteries. The globe operates on batteries more and more frequently each year. In 2022, electric car sales surpassed 10% of all vehicle sales worldwide, and by the end of this decade, they are expected to reach 30%. This rise will only be accelerated by policies around the world. For example, current climate legislation in the US is investing billions on EV incentives and battery manufacturing. Gas-powered car bans were enacted by the European Union and a number of US states, and they will take effect in 2035. Lots of batteries, better, more affordable batteries will be needed during the period of transition. Today's majority of EVs are powered by lithium-ion batteries, a long-established technology also found in computers and cell phones. Today's EVs are getting close to the price of gas-powered cars and can go hundreds of miles between charges, thanks to years of development that have helped drive prices down and increase performance. Likewise, lithium-ion batteries are gaining new uses, such as grid-based energy storage that can help balance out sporadic renewable energy sources like wind and solar. However, there is still a lot of space for development. Both academic research facilities and commercial enterprises are looking for ways to advance the technology, increasing capacity, reducing charging times, and lowering costs. Even more affordable batteries are desired, which will enable EVs to drive much farther on a single charge and serve as cheap storage for the grid. The search for alternatives to the common lithium-ion chemistry is being driven by worries about the availability of critical battery components like cobalt and lithium. One thing is certain: in the midst of the exploding battery development, the skyrocketing demand for EVs and renewable energy, and the fact that batteries will be crucial to the switch to renewable energy. And here's what to expect in the coming years. Even while it might take longer for them to have a significant commercial impact, 2024 may see advancement in some radically different EV battery technologies. This year, the development of solid-state batteries is one development to watch out for. Solid-state batteries substitute ceramics or other solid materials for the liquid electrolyte used in lithium-ion batteries and closely similar chemistries that transport charge. The range of electric vehicles may be increased thanks to this switch because it opens up options for storing more energy in a smaller volume. Likewise, solid-state batteries might transfer charge more quickly, resulting in quicker charging periods. A further argument in favor of solid-state batteries is that they increase safety by reducing the risk of fire because some of the solvents used in electrolytes can catch fire. Although there are other chemistries that can be used in solid-state batteries, lithium metal is the one that has the best chance of becoming commercialized. Before coming public in 2020, QuantumScape, one company with a focus on that technology, raised hundreds of millions of dollars in fundraising. In accordance with a contract the business has with Volkswagen, its batteries may be used in automobiles by 2025. However, it has been challenging to totally reimagine batteries, and concerns regarding lithium metal batteries' deterioration over time as well as manufacturing difficulties have emerged. An important step toward putting solid-state batteries in cars was disclosed by QuantumScape in late December when it announced it has sent samples to automotive partners for testing. The development and testing of other solid-state battery manufacturers, such as Solid Power, is ongoing. However, despite the fact that they might also accomplish significant feats this year, their batteries won't be found in automobiles that will be traveling the roads in 2023. There are other emerging technologies than solid-state batteries to be aware of. A considerable departure from the prevalent lithium-ion chemistries is also made by sodium-ion batteries. These batteries have a structure resembling that of lithium-ion batteries, with a liquid electrolyte. However, sodium is used as the primary chemical component instead of lithium. According to reports, Chinese battery juggernaut CATL intends to start mass-producing them in 2023. As opposed to lithium-ion chemistries, sodium-ion batteries rely on materials that are less expensive and more readily available, which may not result in performance improvements, but may result in cost savings. However, it's unclear whether these batteries will be able to meet needs for EV range and charging time, which is why several companies vying for the technology, like US-based Natron, are targeting less demanding applications to start, like stationary storage or micromobility devices like e-bikes and scooters. And so, do you think we should already switch to EVs? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.